What is up, guys? Focus back with another video. We're going to go over BTC right now, give you guys a roundup of what's going on with the marketplace. We're going to go through ETH, give you a roundup of what's going on in the marketplace right there as well. And then maybe take a view at a couple of quick altcoins. Don't want to make this video too long, but want to give you guys an idea of what's going on. So let's go ahead and get to it. Share the charts, try to make them as big as possible for you. Remember, the video is uploaded in HD. Usually about 6 hours into the posting of the video. Better to see the charts at that time. So make sure you revisit the video. Obviously, hit it with the like and subscribe when you're in there. All right, so we've been ranging hard with Bitcoin. We've kind of talked last time where we kind of talked about the ranging of Bitcoin and how we wanted it to recover. So let's take a look at that. How we want it to recover. So we're going to get to the out of the perpetual and we're going to get into the actual Coinbase trading, throw it down to the daily and spread it out. Looks kind of jumbled right there. You're probably wondering what in the world you're looking at. Okay, so we're in our range again. Last time we talked about a dip into this, hopefully, with a pop out V recovery. Haven't seen that. Did not see that type of a dip. We did, however, see a nice V recovery. So let me show you the V. We talked about in the last time that, this dip right here followed by this weird action. It's not a V recovery we wanted to see. Well, after that, we were in this area. Look at my mouse. We were in this area in the last video. After that, we had the dip. We had the rip down that kind of tested where we were at. It actually held the low, kind of making it look like a double bottom. And here's the V. So we were in this range. We V down. And let's get this back. And we are Ving up. All right, guys. So that's a V type recovery. Like that's type of recovery we're wanting to see. It does not by any shape, form, or fashion mean that we're out of the woods, but it is a positive occurrence. So let's take back and see where that puts us in the ranging. So in the ranging, we talked about this white line right here at 27.8 last time, and we talked about this line right up here at 42.08. We're pushing out of this box into the 42.08 region. And that's kind of where I expect heavy resistance. I will be shorting if we get a candle from up to 42.08 and wicks above it. I'm actually currently in a bit of a long, hoping to catch this wick up through because I expect it right now to push from about 40 to maybe even up to 44, 45 range with a wick, a strong wick, and then start tumbling down back into the range. I don't believe we're getting out of this range right now. I think we're range bound for the rest of the summer personally, with a true recovery of the coin coming this type of fall. But to focus on the moment right now, this is positive. We've busted out of this candle in a nice uptrend, and that's what you want to see. So our points of interest right now are 42,000 basically. If you see it break through 42,000, come back, retest 42,000, and then continue up, that's incredibly bullish. All right, we would have a ton of resistance in this red range of 48 to 52. But even moving out of our down range up into this range and possibly adjusting the ranges we're back bouncing in between would be very bullish after the selling and the news and all the stuff that we've dealt with, all the Elon garbage, all that. So really some bullish action right now from BTC. And I'm not shorting this 42 because I think negatively of BTC. I just think we're going to be range bound in this 20K, or this 12K range of 28 to 40. For a while. I just don't think we're going to be out of it. And let's see, we got into it in the middle of May. I don't think we're only in it for a month. I think we get about 2-3 months of this and move forward. Hey, if we don't, we'll play it that way. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go to ETH. If hidden ad, let's go to ETH. If we see that you talk about range bound. Here was the range bound for ETH. We'll extend this because it's still valid, even though it goes back far. Goes all the way back to February. This range right here of what is it, 2,100 up to right around 2,600. You can argue that it goes up to the let's just say the 2,800 to 2,100 range. That's basically where we're ranging at price action wise. We've had obviously the outlier jump, but hey. Remember what I talked about V recoveries, right? Like there's your V recovery on the inverse. These things work both ways, right? So if you see a V recovery on the bottom going up, then hey, yeah, it's going to go up. If you see a V recovery on the top going down, then yeah, it's going down. So, that's just a great example right there of what a V recovery looks like. So, what we're going to do is we're going to bounce in through here, through this red range, I believe, for a little while. And then we'll just continue on, basically, in my mind, until you see BTC with some action. I don't think that ETH is going to lead the breakout here. I think, everybody's kind of waiting to see what Bitcoin does. If we see Bitcoin push into this range that I spoke about above, right here up into these red 48, 52 ranges, you best believe ETH is going to follow up here and probably push into its next range, which is the 3K to 3,500 range. So, you kind of can play this by the way BTC is going. In that context, if we see this move from 25 to 3 here in the next day or two off a BTC run, I'll be shorting the living bejesus out of this red box where everybody's dying out, where all the candles are dying out. Not again because I'm not a believer in ETH, but I just think that it's range bound. So kind of the updates right here. I'm going to give one more positive thing on ETH before we close this out. A lot of people hate these V downs. It's just kind of like, oh, the coin's dying. I kind of just like to give them perspective, because if you zoom out like we are right now and you look, you can basically draw trend lines. And these trend lines are kind of what ETH's doing, It's kind of operating in this range. It had a blowout up the top and got back in the range. It could easily have a blowout on the bottom and get back in the range. But I like seeing this jump back in this range post this move. It shows bullish strength. If we were flying down under here after going up here and then down into here, that would be extreme volatility and not healthy for the coin. I like seeing these outlier moves jump back into ranges afterwards. And that's kind of what we're seeing here. So, the market's fine. The market's healthy. We're having some good price action right now. I just think we're in a stalled area where, timelines of people who are playing cycle trades, like, we talked about a lot in these videos, timelines are extended. And if you're a scalp trader, this is a great time for you to shine, to play the ranges and scalp away. So hope that's helpful for you guys on this video. Hope that gives you an idea what's going on in the market. Feel free, to comment on the video, request coins, request different videos you want to see. Hit that like and subscribe, and Focus will be back with you guys soon.